Hi students, good morning to all of you. So, in our last class, we have discussed about acceleration. Before that, distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration, regarding all these things we have discussed. Basically, all these comes under what topic, students? Kinematics. Right? In that also, motion in one dimension. Motion in one dimension means when the body is moving along a straight line. Right? Now, very important one in this, the next topic is equations of motion under constant acceleration. Under constant acceleration. So please observe, dear students. Equations of motion and constant acceleration. This is very important, students. Means when the body is moving along a straight line with constant acceleration, means acceleration will be there, but that is not going to change continuously. The same acceleration. For example, initially 2 meters per second square acceleration. After 4 seconds, after 5 seconds, after 10 seconds, the acceleration must be same. Got it? When the body is moving with same acceleration until ending of its journey, then we are going to say it is moving with constant acceleration. Constant acceleration means slowly and equally it is going to increase its velocity. Now see here, very important, equations of motion under constant acceleration. Mainly 3 equations are there. Those equations are, one is V equal to U plus AT, S equal to UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Only 3 equations. So it's very important. In these equations, first see the terms clearly. V means, keep in mind, V means final velocity. V means always final velocity. U means initial velocity. Initial velocity U. A means acceleration. Acceleration. T, all of you know very well. Time period. Time period. Time period of acceleration. This is very important, students. Time period of acceleration means in that motion up to what extent acceleration is presented, only that time period only we are going to consider here. Got it? So time T means time period of acceleration and S means displacement, not distance. Displacement, students, keep in mind, S means displacement. Means, for example, a body starts moving with an initial velocity U. Starts moving with an initial velocity U. Right? In its journey along a straight line, after a time t, its velocity became V. Its velocity became V. Acceleration in this journey is A. Displacement covered in this journey is S. Got it, students? Okay, initially starts moving with an initial velocity U. After a time period t, its velocity became v. So time velocity changed. So automatically acceleration is there. The acceleration a. In that journey, the covered displacement yes. Got it? In this case, these are the equations of motion. Right? Important thing, derivation. How these equations came. That's very, very important. Actually, these equations, student, we are going to derive by using two methods actually. One by using integration and derivation method. Another one by using graphical method. Right? Both we are going to discuss. First I am going to explain the derivation depending on integration and derivation method. Okay? Right. So observe here students clearly. Once again please tell me. V means final velocity of the body. U means initial velocity of the body. A means acceleration of the body. T means time period of acceleration. S means displacement covered. Right? And please keep in mind all these equations of motion under constant acceleration. The body is moving with constant acceleration. Okay? So please see the derivation clearly. Okay, please observe here students. All of you know very well what is acceleration level here? Here A. A is always constant. Please keep in mind students. A is always constant. So observe here. Generally we know that acceleration A is equal to, what is the formula? Change in its velocity by change in its time. Is it right? Change in its velocity. Ratio between change in its velocity to change in its time. Got it? So A is equal to delta V by delta T. That we can write it for small intervals dV by dt. A is equal to dV by dt. By using integration method we are going to do dV by dt. See here students, the same equation I can write as dV is equal to A into dt. Is it okay? A equal to dV by dt, changing its velocity by changing its time, dV by dt. The same equation I am writing as dV is equal to A into dt. A into dt. Now take integration on both sides. Take integration on both sides. On both sides. That means integration of dV is equal to integration of A into dt. When we are taking the integration, we need to know the limits. It's compulsory, na? That means, see, initially the body starts moving with an initial velocity u. Okay. After a time period t, its velocity became v. Got it? So initially what is the time period t1 equal to 0. Finally what is the time t2 is equal to t. t2 equal to t. Right? What is the initial velocity? U. What is the final velocity? V. In this procedure, what about acceleration? A. Covered displacement? Yes. Okay. Now see here. Integration of dV. So here the velocity changing from where to where students? U to V. So that's why limits from U to V. A is constant. Then integration of dt. Dt. Time from where to where it is changing? From 0 to t. 0 to t. So 0 to t. It's clear students? dV equal to A into dt. We are taking integration on both sides. So integration of dV equal to integration of A into dt. When we applied integration, we need to know the limits. Limits means from where to where we are taking. So velocity we are taking from where to where? U to V. U to v. So u to v. U is lower limit, v is upper limit. Next time, a is constant, na? That's why time. From where to where time we are taking? Initially, what is the time? 0. Finally, what is the time taken? T. So from where to where? 0 to t. So that's why 0 to t. Got it, students? Don't get confused. Okay. So now the same equation I am writing here. Integration of dv. From where to where? U to v is equal to constant comes out. Integration constant value always we can take out. So a is constant because the equations of motion under constant acceleration. So constant comes out. What is the remaining here? Integration of dt. That dt from where to where? 0 to t. 0 to t. Okay. Now observe here, students. This dv is going to become v, capital V. Right? Limits from where to where? U to v is equal to a into this dt becomes t. From where to where, students? 0 to t. That's it. Simple. Now what is the procedure? First we are going to substitute upper limit minus lower limit. What is the upper limit first? V minus what is the lower limit? U is equal to a constant. Now what is the upper limit? T minus what is the lower limit? 0. So v minus u equal to a into t minus 0. So v minus u is equal to a into t minus 0 means t. So v minus u is equal to at. Take this minus u that side, then it is going to become v is equal to minus u goes that side, then it becomes plus u. Automatically what is the remaining? At. So v equal to u plus at. This is the derivation for first equations of motion. Okay, students? Don't get confused. See, it is very simple one. Please observe once again. We know that acceleration is equal to change in its velocity by change in its time. Right? So that I am taking as dv by dt. Change in velocity dv. Change in its time dt. That's it. The same equation I am writing as dv equal to a into dt. I am taking integration on both sides. So integration of dv is equal to integration of a into dt. When we are taking integration on both sides, we need to mention the limit. Means from where to where we are taking, we are applying that integration. Right? So change in its velocity. From where to where we are applying this? U to v. From u to v. Initially u, finally v. So that change in its velocity we are taking from u to v. So u becomes lower limit, v becomes upper limit. Right? And here a into dt, integration of a into dt. A is a constant. Acceleration is constant in this process. It comes out. Integration of dt means we need to take time from where to where? Initially 0. After some time t. So 0 to t. That's why limits here 0 to t. Integration of 0 to t into a into dt. That's it. Same equation I am writing here as it is. Integration of dv from where to where? U to v. A comes out. Integration of dt from where to where? 0 to t. That's it. See, this integration of dv becomes v. dv becomes v. From where to where? U to v. This is the common procedure in integration. A as it is. dt becomes t. From where to where? 0 to t. Limits 0 to t. Now the procedure. First we are going to substitute upper limit v minus lower limit. What is the lower limit? U. So v minus u is equal to a into. Now first upper limit t minus lower limit 0. T minus 0. Therefore v minus u equal to a into t minus 0 value t. So v minus u equal to at. Minus u goes that side, then it becomes v equal to u plus at. Okay, students? So please practice this one. In our next class we are going to discuss about the second equation of motion.